yeah, Eden, I just want to say, right, that the fact that you're very loyal towards me and you've always stood on my side no matter what others tries to do to influence you is my biggest reassurance that you will never ever change your mind on me, because I have this fear since a child that, you know, people will change their mind and start hating on me because of the things that other people are saying, and it's been reoccurring throughout my life. That's why I left school when the anxiety becomes too, you know, it's like even before, right, it really happening, the fear will be there, and I'll end up doing things that causes people to end up disliking me, like, you know, confronting people and being too direct, or, you know, doing things that I feel like end up, you know, worsening my anxiety. Because I also have this self-confirmation biasness. When I will start looking for signs, right, that something might be happening that could prove that the person disliked me, or that the person, you know, have something against me, and I will end up being so affected by it that my thoughts would always like revolve around how much the person, don't like me, and it fears becomes so huge, so crippling, that I cannot function, and I end up unable to return back to school. So I dropped out of school a few times as a result of this anxiety. Okay, it's social anxiety, social phobia lah. Basically, it's that fear of being in a social setting whereby you could be judged and, you know, hated by people in general, like people disliking you, and that doesn't make me a people pleaser though. I'm not a people pleaser, okay? So yeah, because of that fear, right, it makes it very hard for me to function, because you need to be around people to be able to go to school and go to work and just go out in public. But if I have social anxiety, it makes it very hard for me to, you know, go out, because I have to face the like uncertainty that something might happen, that people can be rude to me in public, people can end up, you know, doing things that really affect me, like from the way they look at me, from the way they, when the anxiety is so severe that, you know, even the way someone look at me, right, can affect me a lot, right? Yeah, that itself is a sign that I'm already at the point where it's very serious, like, okay, like my anxiety is very serious already. The fear is so crippling to the point where even someone look me in the eye that, you know, could potentially signal to me that the person doesn't like me, or the person is frustrated or irritated, that could be directed towards me. I'll start to 胡思乱想. I'll start to worry, you know, what if this person, you know, is offended by the way I've spoken to that person previously, or what could I have done that, you know, then I'll keep ruminating on what I could have done that make that person so upset about me. Okay, and I think this might have something to do with my childhood, because my mother always get upset at me and start to cane me and scold me with every little thing that I might have done. And as a child, I don't understand why it's wrong. You know, like I misplaced something in the house, or I done something that, you know, she feels is not right, I shouldn't be doing this, then I'll get scolded, you know. So that, you know, experiences maybe I have as childhood could have manifested, and I would say manifested, like, I think it could have triggered a lot of insecurity as a child, and it worsened throughout my experiences in school, when I'm being bullied and picked on in school because of my appearances, because of my very shy nature. And gradually, as I, you know, grew older, the more all these experiences happen over and over, I become even more anxious, and I think that fear start to become so crippling that I reached the breaking point. So whenever I try to go back to school, I always, within like not even a month or to a week, the anxiety starts to take over my entire life. Yeah, so that was social anxiety for me back then. I mean, I thought that I would be better once I got my underbite fixed, so I wouldn't be so self-conscious, and people wouldn't be so harsh and critical of the way I look, you know, and they won't judge me so harshly, and will try to get to know me as a person before they, you know, reject me as a friend or because of my appearances. So after that surgery, I still deal with a lot of issues. I think my fear and the stress of my future also starts to come into play, and I took a really long time to, I kind of took 10 years. 10 years of my life was, you know, me being very lost and trying to figure a way out for myself. It was 10 years, you know. So I you know, after what happened at PSB, I also didn't expect that you noticed me so early on. But, you know, back to the main point, the main point is that the fact that you're so loyal to me when, you know, throughout my life nobody truly believed and spoke up for me, nor do they ever felt the need to, you know, truly understand me first before coming to their own judgment and conclusion about the kind of person I am in their eyes. I think that's something about you that no other man can ever, you know, pay no man can ever compare to you already, because you know me so well. Even before I knew about you, you are so certain about me, you trust me so much, so that I don't even have to worry about what others might try to do to change your mind about me. And that itself is 100% maximum reassurance already, you know, because wow, like this, I know that nobody can ever like try to play games and play dirty and try to, you know, sow discord. And that's the biggest fear I have, you know, when, you know, as a child and, you know, in school, right, if like, you know, within a group of girls, there will always be like the one that's popular, and, you know, the one that's making other people, you know, dislike the other girls that are, you know, like how to say, it's very clear to me when it's not say clear, like I have these experiences whereby if a girl doesn't like me, or a guy, or just someone, a classmate doesn't like me, eventually the entire class will dislike me, because they'll start to stir rumors, spread rumors about me, you know, talk behind my back. They'll make until everybody in the class don't like me. So because of all these experiences I've had, I become even more like afraid of being in the same situation, because it's very traumatic for me, you know. I have social anxiety, and it's not easy for me to, yeah, it's even worse for me, like, if I have to say, like, I don't want to go through that experience again, so it's very traumatic to the point where when I feel like, you know, there could be any signs of the same thing happening to me again, I will end up leaving school. And that's why I left school a few times, okay, because I have this fear that's so strong that it has taken over my entire life, okay. Yeah. Which is also the reason why I say that, you know, Aiden, you are too amazing already. You, wow, 你真的是站在我这边 until I tell you, wow, this is something that 钱也买不到的, okay, because to have someone who trusts me so much when everyone else is so committed to misunderstanding me, I never once giving me a chance, okay, or even being neutral or like fair towards me, or try to hear my side of the story before they, you know, have their own biased conclusion, or maybe some people just choose to be biased towards me and they choose to shame and blame me lah. So that itself is their fault, not mine lah. So I guess in a way, right, creating this misunderstanding might be my own way of trying to figure out who really understands me the most. So because I don't ever want to be in a position where I feel very insecure that, you know, the relationship will be affected because of a third party trying to tell you things behind my back, you know, like, you know, for example, let's say your mom come in the picture and your mom tell you things that, you know, make you change your mind or think less of me or love me less, then I will be very affected, you know. But instead, you didn't allow it to happen, and then you really completely took my side, and 连你的妈妈都take your family also. So you didn't take your family side, you didn't take anyone's side, you took my side, and you always remain true to me, and you're always so loyal towards me until I just, wow, 这种东西it's not, 这是钱买不到的 it has to be that person and you are really that person for me and because of that I'm really grateful. I don't think I'll ever be able to have anyone that is this 这么的了解我 and you really see things so accurately that that I really can trust your judgment when it comes to people who try to get close to me, because I would never ever want anyone else to, you know, try to be too close to me unless you are okay with it. You feel like, you know, I should, you know, hang out with the person or something like that, because I just, wow, the way you understand me, I don't think anybody can ever, well, I don't think that I can ever, like, I don't think I will even, wow, I'm just like, wow, and plus you don't, you know, you don't try to manipulate me selfishly, so I'm pretty sure that I will be able to sense if you're doing something that is not for my best interest at heart. I can tell, I think I know how to spot this kind of things. It doesn't feel right to me, it doesn't feel right, okay? And I can tell if it's, you know, whether I'm just being socially anxious or if that person is trying to manipulate me selfishly okay? So if I am very good at telling this kind of things, right, that makes it even more impossible for me to settle for people that are not good for me in the first place, okay? So with that said, right, I also, because of this, I know that 你真的是为了我好, and I know I'm kind of all over the place, but I just want to let you know that, you know, I am very happy that, you know, because those kind of things, when something like this happen, okay, not just, you know, any other situation, my situation happened, or you could have easily didn't believe me and just think that I'm that kind of person, but you didn't. You really trusted me so much. You saw something that everyone else didn't see, you know. You are able to understand things that nobody else can understand. You are so right about me that and you know how to help me 真的，你拿这些女人来跟我you allowed me to really trust that you only want me and want me only so I am very and you wouldn't settle for any other women that are available, and you are willing to wait for me and willing to do all this to allow me to trust you, and know that, you know, all this people saying all these things that are accusing you of, there's no proof to back it up, there's no, you know, and you really stood the test of time 你跟这些女人都没有来产生什么关系 and even though they are like accusation said by those women, right, it's not true because nothing happened so because of that 真的 finding out about you 4 years plus and learning more about you maybe 5 years later, like really learning more about you after I found out about you, it also took around a year or so to really truly trust you and find out that actually you really had my back all these years. I think that itself really is the only way for me to trust someone trust a man in that manner, because if not it will always stop at that point where I can only get to know you, but it will never go beyond the romantic intimate part which is something that I know I faced, you know, that it will never happen 是没有可能的，我是不可能的 it will never go past that one, you know. I will end up just stop there and cannot already, like, you know what I mean? So because I think maybe because you understood that about me, right, your approach made it so much more, you made it very comfortable for me to trust you 真的 you made me feel very comfortable in choosing you as someone that I can fully open up myself to. Like I would say open up I can open up to people, I can share things to people, I can talk about my life, about, you know, I can talk about my life, I can talk about my struggles to people, to someone, to a stranger even, but then to really let someone into your heart, there is a difference when, you know, because you will want to be with that person, you will want to spend your rest of your life with that person. That's why I don't understand why 那个 counselor back then, you know lah, the counselor 讲 have, because I can open up to female counselor also, therapist also. I have been very vulnerable to in expressing my emotions. I tear up during my therapy sessions. That doesn't mean it's a have, you know. It's just me expressing my emotions, and I don't understand 为什么那个 counselor 讲 have and got, because honestly speaking, I would never even consider him to be someone that I want to be with for the rest of my life. So I don't think that's a have, because if there is really a have, I will really want to be with you, you know, and commit to you, you know, by being together, and to the point where, of course, after being together, you get married, all these things, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? The commitment part, right? But I wouldn't even consider with any of this men that keep saying have, got, because those are the people that I wouldn't even like want to take you seriously in terms of seeing you as a potential partner. I wouldn't even look at you in that way, you know. So I don't understand why you say I like this guy lah. If I wear this, I might like this guy lah. It has nothing to do with what I wear. Okay, I can dress up until like, you know, I can dress up very nicely. I can go out and meet nobody. Okay, like I don't understand why. What does my dressing have to do with me liking someone? I dress up for myself. I look good for myself. I don't understand why does it have to do with the other person. You don't make me do the things that I want to do for myself, you know. I care about myself enough to dress up for myself, you know. I care about myself to do my skincare and take care of myself. I care about myself enough to know that I need to choose the right man for myself so that my mental health won't be jeopardized, okay? I care enough for myself to know that if I choose the wrong man, I will really suffer in the long run, you know, and I won't take risk, you know. So that's how much I care for myself, you know. And I don't think you people understand, because maybe you all don't love yourself enough, you know. Maybe you all treat yourself like shit also, you know. You all dress up for the sake of a guy, okay? If you dress up for the sake of someone else, I think that's very pathetic, you know. Of course, if you're talking about in a relationship, yeah, but you're talking about me dressing up just to go to an appointment to see a male doctor. No, I don't do this kind of thing. I dress up for myself, okay? I don't dress up for people that are not important to me at all. And also, I don't understand, you know, the whole thing about what I wear determining whether I like you or not. No, I dress up to feel good about myself in my own body, because I also look good. I have a nice body. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So, but if there's someone that I really care for, of course, I would think about that person and dress up for that person lah. But that person has to be someone like Aiden 嘛，不是随随便便我就 dress up well for you 我又不是随随便便的女人 Why would I dress up nicely for you? I dress up for myself, okay? So I hope all these things is cleared out, and you all stop bullshitting about the fact that I'm dressing up because of this person, which, you know, I don't even care about that person, okay? Yeah, okay, male or female also doesn't matter, okay? In general, I really don't care about you people, okay? I only care about Aiden.